Yeah, we got 2 on Sticky Icky in the house, ready to report some straight up truth. You're here for the truth. You're here for nothing else. You want the truth coming straight from the horse's mouth. You don't want it anywhere else. I'm here to let you know what is right in your face, underneath your nose, and is messing with everything. This is not a new thing. This has been something that has been infiltrating the mass media since well before I was born, because some of the most substantial evidence that I can back up every last statement that comes out of my fuzzy little mouth. You know, I don't care how ugly you think I am. I don't care how messed up you think my teeth are. I don't care how messed up you think I am. I'm here with the truth. You stay here because you want to hear the truth. There's a grand mix-up. Yeah, exactly. I almost have to leave this dipshit in here and be like, hey, look, this dude came back, huh? We're back. Back for more fucking stupid fucking dipshit action. Since I deleted the first presents, this way I can just include them in every video and be like, look, there's the people. That's one of the pedophile on their knees worshiping in commonly acceptable places of worship, typical religious places. I won't name religions, but just about any well-established church is full of these people. How do I know? And it's because if they're so well off, they make such good money, their life is so easy, why do they plague mobile video games? They plague the mobile video games because you are on the mobile video games. That's why. They wouldn't even be on there. They wouldn't be using that thing. Like, I really don't think people like video games on their cell phone or Game Boys that much. It's not that much. Yeah. There goes the fucking... That's a first responder who in support of pedophile. Probably listens to hip-hop. Most likely Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and all of the pedophile-supporting big stars, right? Pretty much anybody who just doesn't do their own stuff, like Billie Eilish. That's a good one, you know? Like, Brother writes all of her stuff. Or, you know, well, she writes some of it, whatever. You know, she's just a pretty face. And a lot of the stuff that you're there for is not actually the face that you're there for. They always need to put a face that's going to be everything that you want or need at the moment, you know, on top of something that is... I wouldn't say any of it's tasteful. But let's just give it to them that since they're so well established, you know, that the music flows. I'll say it flows, but it's not like anything that I would ever... I would skip. I would hit skip. I would hit next. I wouldn't even care. I would rather hear something authentic from somebody who makes their own music. Straight up. It's just that simple. So all first responders are complete wastes of breath. Let's just go as far to say that. It's the most well-protected, state-funded job that nobody wants to admit. There's a lot of people just sitting on their tookuses. I mean, we're already going out, calling everybody out from the government. Basically, Elon Musk went and pulled the whole office space meeting with the Bobs, you know, at the White House, essentially. Or just, let's just say Washington, D.C. had a meeting with the Bobs, orchestrated by Elon Musk, right? What is it that you say you do here? And then they issued that via email and said, if you want to actually answer that question, you got to show up in your office. They could do that. They could do something very close to that with first responders and get a very similar response. Okay, I'm just here to tell you. I'm here to let you know the truth. Is that I will tell you straight up, personally, 90% of the sirens that occur around me, 90%, flat out, confidently, I will say it in public, 90% are fake. There's really only like 10% of the time where there's an honest emergency and that, validated needing sirens, and that's why you're hearing them. That is rarely the case, which is why I'm saying 10%. When I tell random people, if I just find some random schmuck or just some random schmo, I say 50%. I tell them that, for me, it's definitely more, but I can tell you confidently, even though I have no idea who you are, more than half of the ones you're hearing, fake. All they're doing is they're going to their friend's house, they're going to Starbucks, they're going to the grocery store, something so stupid, like nothing important, nothing worth interrupting all of everybody's audio for however many blocks gets interrupted. Okay? How can I back that up? How can I just put a double, triple stamp on the fact that you need to listen to that and hold validity to it? Because I have a number of years driving with my grandparents all over the west side of the nation, the entire west coast, and then some of the inland places, pulling an RV. Okay, so I already have that. As a kid, every spring break or winter break or summer break, something with the grandparents in some random part of the United States. We went to Canada. I've been to Canada a few times, but that's rare. I didn't hardly do anything in Canada, but they're all over the place. We drove everywhere. It's an RV. You can't fly in RV places. You can't just skip all the interactions. Like, I'm forced in the slowest form of driving interactions throughout the entire west side of the United States. On top of that, I have 2 years Lyft driving, 3 years as a valley-wide painter. So valley-wide, entire valley Lyft, entire valley painting. Entire valley painting is a little bit more so because we're talking the multi-million-dollar properties in the most northern corner of Scottsdale. Like, I have painted and been to these houses when they're finished and when they're being built. The most expensive houses in the entire state of Arizona. I can say that as a matter of fact. You want to hear the details? Here's some details. I have a picture of myself painting a gun firing range that is inside of a panic room, master bedroom sized gun safe that is inside a massive basement that is a part of a multi-million-dollar property located locally here in Arizona in the Scottsdale area. Okay? If you don't have a personal gun safe that's the size of most likely the house or apartment that you live in, if not just bigger, if you don't have a gun safe that's bigger than what you currently live in, whether it's a house, apartment, an RV, a car, I don't care, a big house, even if it's a big house, this basement was bigger than your dreams, okay? You could, the bank vault door you had to go through, I masked it off to get into this massive gun safe. The gun collection had to be just unstoppable, right? I bet you would get lost trying to pick a gun, forget where you were, and next thing you know, you're like starving, because there's like a 30-yard firing range inside this gun safe. Like if you can't just go down to your basement, go inside of a full-on arsenal, back stock of military supply. If you don't have all that just in some basement somewhere, underneath your house, and it's got a bank vault sized door to it, and like you don't even have to exit the bank vault door and go anywhere. You could fire that thing off inside the same safe that you keep it in without walking outside of it, like you're still inside the safe. A whole extra room, right? If you don't have that, it's because you're being shafted. They're not letting you have anything that you know you need. They want you to stop. They need you to stop thinking. They need you to follow and to not formulate your own processes. Don't think down your own trains of thought. Don't think for yourself. Only call 911. Only turn on the news. Only go to church. While these guys do everything but that in order to get that gun safe. And then, since it's so crooked, they don't actually need all the time to earn it, since it's so everyone's getting shafted so hard left and right. They don't actually have to grind that hard in order to achieve that. They just need to know the right people, right? They know the right people, they get that, and then they just sit on top of all you, and they go and pretend. They're like, all the pretenders are the ones that fill the seats in church, that fill the seats as first responders. Like, you wonder who it is. I mean, sure, sometimes an honest person becomes a cop. Sure, sometimes there's an honest ambulance driver. Like, even if the sirens are fake and there is no emergency, you could go and shake down the actual ambulance driver and they'll have no clue what I'm talking about, what you're talking about, or what anything. They'll be like, I'm headed to this, I'm filling an order, whatever their order is. But I'm telling you that it's not about that interaction. It's about the full picture. It's about when they get there, like, how planned was this whole thing? Were they just tying things together? I mean, hardly ever do they go fully out of their way, but I'm not going to write that off. There are times when they go 100% out of their way just to make sure that I have sirens on a dog walker for my food, But there are times that when they're giving me sirens on a dog walker for my food, or if I just go to the bathroom or anything, any kind of peaky activity like that if you heard sirens, you might have to worry if it happened more than once or twice, Like, if you hear that every time you go to the bathroom, you might have issues. Just telling you, they might be watching everything you think, not just what you do, everything you think. So that is the honest to goodness truth. This is all first responder nonsense. Don't think anything else. You just come back, stay tuned, subscribe. I'll be back with more. It's been not so frequent. I've had some trouble with my devices. I need help fixing a phone screen right now. I went and got a replacement so I could use the warranty, but turns out some of the mechanisms I use in order to stay afloat require that I hang on to the same cell phone for as long as possible. They don't want to... It's funny how fast they want to put the new cell phone in your hands, but then now they don't want you to lose that thing. They want you to keep them all. Interesting, because that's a whole separate subject. I'll do more truthful episodes, more just insightful information. Nobody's coming to me and trying to figure all this stuff out yet. This is the most important information I could possibly imagine trying to get out into public domains. Is that there's so much just fake nonsense being supported by the state. I don't know how anybody thinks I'm crazy. Like, if we had that many people not respond to emails from Washington, D.C., what do you think your local fire department has going on? Just saying. I'm just saying. Like, you have me here to tell you all of this, and it's even more prevalent with everything Elon Musk is doing. Like, I couldn't, everything is double, triple, quadruple stamping everything I have wanted to say in the last 10 years. Like, I've just been dying here. I've been just boiling. There's so much just retard, United States citizen, dumb, like, the ultimate stupidity. Everyone just go out and buy Crocs, let's just fulfill the idiocracy prophecy. Let's all start wearing shirts with, like, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Denny's, Walmart, Kmart, even out of business ones. Let's just start wearing a bunch of just corporate BS. Let's all wear Temu shirts, huh, guys? Let's wear Twitter shirts, Temu shirts. Let's wear Instagram shirts. Come on. Let's just make this. Let's just go straight to idiocracy. We're already there. It's already there. The entire United States has been duped for well over 100 years. To think that anything that has been in your recent memories has been authentic is a joke. Like, we're talking nothing from well over 100 years ago has been anything worth your time. Like, you literally, the only way you're worth anything is if you have purely done your own damn thing, which nobody does. Nobody does their own thing. They all do something that somebody else does. That's all there is. I know this because it's been the hardest thing for me to just be strong and just to not be a part of all the retard action that I notice around me. And it's they think they run the world, and they are, but they're not, because of how stupid they are. If you're that stupid, you are not in control. You're simply feeding enough stupidity into the pot that the stupidity controls it. They are not directly in control. This is pure chaos on a string, like on a leash. It's like chaos on a leash. They don't have control over this fucking dog. This dog is just rampaging on a leash, and they just have a little bit of control. They just release the dog in certain corners of the yard, and once everybody figures out that we don't need to stay in the yard, then it's on. It's on. You'll realize you can take care of yourself. You don't need to shop at Walmart. You don't need to do all the dummy stuff. You don't need to form the human centipede that is the Walmart, Temu, 911 caller person who thinks that the United States is still racist. It's like, how many cheap arguments do you buy into, huh? Like, I'm here with honest to goodness truth. Like, if you want to actually argue with me, you should come and spend time with me. Like, let's go get food. Let's go and have interactions in public. And I will show you how more than half is complete BS. There's more than half. There's people just filling a position to be incessantly filling a position. That is, they're just upholding BS. If you can imagine that. Someone just showing up to make sure you still believe nothing. Like, how... You would think they would eventually just lay the gap on and just dust everyone. But no. They need to make sure and maintain the gap at all costs. Whether that, downplays their own success or their own progress, they don't care. If everybody has to stop, we are all stopped. And that's where we all are. We are all at a dead stop. Okay? We're in reverse. We stopped 100 years ago. We are now in reverse. That is, as Adam Carolla would say, even he knows that the new world order is at fucking 4 a.m. That's what it is. It's the person doing a backup horn in front of your house, 4 a.m. That's what it is.